Thank you for being part of the full moon circle. Judith will unmute.
Thank you very much, Dia. Greetings. I give thanks for that lovely opening music and magical tech by Chris, and welcome you all to Circle Sanctuary's New Year Magic Full Moon Circle broadcast. Whether you're here with us live this evening or watching later, Happy New Year. I'm Reverend Judith, and I'm delighted to be celebrating the start of this magical new year with you and with Dia. Thank you for helping me out there. And I do indeed wish for a magical new beginning to this coming year. And my dream is actually backed up by numerology. Last year was 2025, which when you add up 2 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9, which is said to be the end of an old cycle. And 2026 adds up to a 1, the start of a new cycle. May it be so. Yule and Christmas are behind us now, but the beloved Italian figure of La Befana has yet to make her broomstick flight to bring sweets and toys to the good children and coal to the naughty ones on January 5th. But Selena will tell you more about that in this hour of ours together tonight. You'll also hear from her about New Year horn blessings and oracle divinations, and from Dia about divinations using the witches' ruins. Marion King is joining us again tonight to cast and release our virtual ritual circle and to share her beautiful music with us about the spiraling changes of the magic of the wheel of the year and what it brings us. Tonight, we'll light our New Year magic full moon candles, and you'll hear about some of the ancient Roman ideas for the new year. And I have a song about the magic that is all around us for you. And we'll enjoy a sonic healing meditation from Steve, who will also let us know at the end of the hour where everyone is tuning in from live tonight. So please welcome each other on the Facebook chat and let us know where in the world you are. As we start this new year with this broadcast, I hope that you are able to reflect back on the good things that happened for you in this past year and to let go of anything that you no longer wish to carry with you into this new year, letting those things fade into the past and letting them go as we enter this new cycle with renewed hope and dreams for the magic yet to come in our lives. So, welcome to Circle's New Year Magic broadcast as we wish you all a blessedly good, magical new year. It is now my honor and pleasure to welcome our senior minister and high priestess, Selena Fox.
Thank you, Reverend Judith, and thanks to all of you joining us live and all of you who will join us later because we keep a good archive of this at the Circle Sanctuary YouTube channel. This is an opportunity to celebrate the New Year some more, as well as to celebrate the full moon. I invite you, if you have a candle and lighter handy or nearby, to have that available because we're going to kindle candles tonight as we do each month. And I'll be sharing a way of getting some guidance for the new year with oracle cards. So if you happen to have a deck of those, I invite you to have that available as well. And you might want to have a journal and pen to note some things down. As we go through our time together tonight, in addition to sharing where you are tuning in from, do you have a favorite tradition that you use for celebrating the calendar new year? I invite you to share that in the chat, or for those tuning in later, the comments. So we're going to take some time to attune and commune with the new year full moon. Attune and commune with New Year full moon. Attune and commune with New Year full moon. Let the bright light of the full moon, whether it's visible where you physically are or not, let it flow into this evening together, be within us and around us, not only to bless our time together and strengthen our connections, but to bless the new year that is unfolding. And now I invite some announcements to happen as we prepare to connect with our new moon, our new year full moon circle. Bright blessings.
Welcome to the New Year Magic Full Moon Circle, our broadcast. I'm Lala, and I'm delighted to be a presenter tonight. This is my maiden voyage, as it were, welcoming you all on behalf of the other Circle Sanctuary volunteers. And thank you so much for joining us for our first broadcast of the year. So we are delighted to note that our annual Pagan Spirit Gathering will once again be held at River Forest Campground in White Lake, Northeast Wisconsin. The dates this year will be from June 14th until the 21st. Now, there is going to be a limit of 500 attendees, so registration is going to be opening soon, and get reserved quickly. Spots will go fast. You can go to a paganspiritgathering.org website for more information on that. Also, we'd like to entreat you to welcome into your life, if you haven't done before, the weekly Circle podcast on a variety of subjects and interests. And those happen on the fourth Saturday of every month. So if you haven't tuned into one of them, please make this something new that you can do in the new year. And Green Faith Circle meetings will be virtually. So you can check that out on circlesanctuary.org as well for more info on all the online gatherings. If you've only done one or two, join in some more. We invite people, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, join us. Okay, and so the next in-person gathering, not virtual, in-person at Circle Sanctuary will be the celebration of Involk. That's going to be Saturday, January the 31st. Again, more information will come on that. And our next Full Moon Circle broadcast is going to be on Sunday, February 1st. The theme this year is Bright Brigade in honor of Involk. We hope to see you virtually and or in person sometime in the new year. And we wish all of you a bright and blessed year. And Maren will now cast our ritual circle.
Thank you, Lala. Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's New Year Magic Full Moon Circle. My name is Maren King, and I'm coming to you from my home here in North Central Florida, USA. So gather here now with me, in this place, under this moon, as we cast open this circle. We call to the guardians of the watchtowers of the north, and to the spirits of the earth, of the magma flowing deep beneath our feet, of the granite and sandstone, loam and chalk upon which we build our lives, and into which we send our roots for balance and stability through those times of great change. O spirits of the earth, we ask you to please join us on this full moon night, and we say hail and welcome. We call to the guardians of the watchtowers of the east, and to the spirits of the wind that sweep the flakes of snow and frosty ice across the land to cover our lives in these winter months. Their pathways traveling across our country and around the world, carrying with them not only our personal hopes and dreams for the future, but those visions that we hold for our world in this coming new year. O spirits of the wind, we ask you to please join us on this full moon night, and we say hail and welcome. We call to the guardians of the watchtowers of the south, and to the spirits of fire that burn brightly in our hearths and within our hearts, whose lights shine even through the darkest nights, beacons that keep our dreams alive for our families and communities in even the harshest of times and the most dire of circumstances. O spirits of fire, we ask you to please join us on this full moon night, and we say hail and welcome. We call to the guardians of the watchtowers of the west and to the spirits of water, who remind us that even in the deepest winter, under the hard ice above, the water still flows with the power of life. And so we remember that we must also continue to flow under the sometimes ice-hard changes that occur throughout the seasons within the turning wheel. Remembering that nothing can withstand the strength of millions of water molecules joined together. No thing made by nature nor thing made by man can withstand it. O spirits of water, we ask you to please join us on this full moon night, and we say hail and welcome. We call upon the goddesses and gods of the pantheons of the earth and sky, and ask them to join us as we share our stories and songs, our blessings and teachings together in this place under this full moon. Hail and welcome. With these words, our circle is cast. I now welcome Richard to kindle our moon fire.
Thank you, Maren, for casting our ritual circle. My name is Richard, and I am doing this podcast from my home in Madison, Wisconsin, USA. This moon cycle, we looked at New Year magic. But somewhere in the holiday shuffle, I lost my thinking cap, so I can't come up with any zippy ideas for a magical New Year. The best I could conjure up is a wish to keep the fires going so that the house stays warm until next spring. A year ago today, my furnace went out, so that is very important to stay warm. I like this ecologically friendly recycled beeswax candle to represent the bonfires we pagans light in the center of our ritual circles. I celebrate fire in all of its forms, from the small candle to a large bonfire. So mote it be. Up next is Dia to have us all light our individual candles.
We want to thank you for being with us at this new moon circle, this new magic full moon circle. Further, we'd like to thank the volunteers who helped to make these circles possible. Further, the work of all Circle Sanctuary volunteers will be doing this year are worthy of notice and praise. I would like to offer you a challenge. This year, how can you support Circle Sanctuary or your favorite charity? Becoming a member, giving a one-time donation, volunteering a couple of hours a week to do administrative, social media, or other time donation. Could you put it in your calendar to promote the charity on social media at least once a month, spreading information about their good work and encouraging others to follow, like, and subscribe? In the new year, let one of your resolutions be to do more for a charity you love and honor. So mote it be. Now, the New Year home blessing traditions that will be presented by Selena.
Thank you. Well, there are so many traditions connected with the new year. And New Year, besides calendar New Year, can come at different times during the year. one thing that seems to be in common across different New Year traditions through the ages, across cultures and spiritual traditions, is the idea of letting go of the old and bringing in the new. And one real powerful time during the year to do a blessing on your home is the full moon closest to New Year. Well, that's right now. And I invite you to join with me for a short guided journey for blessing our homes, or if you happen to be at a place that isn't your home, the place where you are at. Certainly, there's been a long-standing tradition on New Year's Eve, especially amongst some people in old Scotland, to totally clean the house in every way. In fact, Reading is sometimes the name of this. You get all the ashes out of the hearth fire. You get bits of dust out of the corners of the house and all of this. Well, yes, New Year's Eve can be a powerful time for cleansing for the New Year's Day coming in. However, being able to do some release work at full moon time is also a good time. For the full moon is a time for letting go and continuing on in the cycle of light that is the moon. So I invite you to spend a few moments and imagine the light of the moon coming down into your whole being within you, drawing down the light of the moon as a light that cleanses and that renovates and blesses. And imagine yourself with that light of the moon within you, and now imagining it radiating out around you, filling the place where you are, and then moving into other rooms in the place where you are. Let that light of the full moon that you embody and radiate out flow using your powers of imagination throughout your whole home, throughout the whole place where you are at. And as that light continues to flow into every room and every nook and cranny, it dispels what's not needed, and it brings renovation as its transformation. Spend a few moments now and imagine your home, your place, just glowing with this light in its interior. And I invite you now to imagine a beautiful circle of light starting to form around the exterior of the structure in which you're at, and circling clockwise around. And if you wish, wherever you may be, I invite you to join me in this home blessing chant. I circle my home with light to protect it day and night, to guard my home, to bless my home. I circle my home with light. I circle my home with light to protect it day and night, to guard my home, to bless my home. I circle my home with light. I circle my home with light to protect it day and night, to guard my home, to bless my home. I circle my home with light. So be it. And spend a few moments now experiencing yourself in the place, cleansed protected, and full of joy, warmth, and well-being, not only for our time together tonight, but in the year to come and beyond. So be it. And now I invite Maren to share with us some music.
Thank you, Selena. We walk the same wheel from year to year, yet it isn't always exactly the same as things grow and change as we go through the spiral of time. Things are the same and yet different. This song is called Spirals of Change. Here we are walking the wheel again. Familiar pathways lead through time, all the same yet not the same, ever onward through the way. On these spirals of change, what we reap is what we sow, what we learn is how we grow, ever reaching toward the light. Journey around the stars and sun, seasons flowing one by one, time and space change everything. Patterns and cycles and forms repeating, swallowing worlds of life untamed, ever unfurling and evolving. Yet the beauty of it all remains the same, yet different. Caterpillars in the garden, metamorph to butterflies, flitting in the bright moonlight. World turns the night, becomes the day, as they dance the spirals of change. Patterns and cycles and forms repeating, swallowing worlds of life untamed, ever unfurling and evolving. Yet the beauty of it all remains the same, yet different. What we reap is what we sow, what we learn is how we grow, ever reaching toward the light. Journey around the stars and sun, seasons flowing one by one, time and space shape everything. Oh yes, on these spirals of change.
Blessings of the new year to all. I am Nancy Melito, Circle Sanctuary Ministry student, coming to you from Northern Virginia, traditional home of the Monohoic tribe of the Great Sioux Nation. Tonight, I'm sharing ancient Roman New Year traditions from the book Classical Living by Francis Bernstein, PhD. You might ask, what does old Rome have to do with us today? Plenty. Paying for something? The word money comes from the goddess Juno Moneta. Carrying the bride over the threshold? Roman. The word calendar, the names of the days of the week and the months, all Roman. How many of us know that the month of January is named for the god Janus, or Janus, the more correct pronunciation, the doorman, god of beginnings and endings, the one who looks both forward and backward? So much of our culture is influenced by the Roman Empire, its deities and customs, that we scarce do anything without some remnant of Rome being present. In Roman life, the home was the sacred center and place of religious worship, a sanctuary, a sacred world different from the outside secular world. In Roman thought, thresholds and doorways marked the transition from one world or environment to another. So crossing them, going from one to another, was something to be done very carefully without offending the spirit of that doorway. So I begin with a quote from Ovid, whose Fasti gives us so much information. My house seemed brighter than a moment before. Then holy Janus, an amazing sight with those two heads, suddenly met me face to face. Frightened out of my wits, I felt my hair stand on end, and suddenly an icy chill gripped my heart. With a staff in his right hand and a key in his left, the god uttered these words from his forward mouth. I am Janus, the doorman. On the first day of the new year, on birthdays, and beginning any endeavor, Janus, more properly pronounced Janus, received an offering, usually a simple cake called libum, and wine, as in the following from Cato's work De Agricultura. Father Janus, to you in offering I give this sacrificial cake. I make good prayers that thou be kind and favorable to me, my children, and my house and household. Father Janus, as I besought thee with good prayers in offering the sacrificial cake, let me honor thee for the same purpose with the sacrificial wine. Now, to honor the doorway in 2026, we already know about carrying the bride over the threshold so as not to offend Janus, but the bride would also anoint the doorposts with wolf's fat, pig's fat, or olive oil, a little easier to come by, and tying pieces of wool to those doorposts. While we may not want to wipe fat or oil onto our doorways, we can still give our doorways special care at this time of year. The threshold is a special place where the sacred meets the secular, and to leave your home, your sacred space, is to venture out into the unknown. Guard your entranceway by decorating it with special things to protect and bless your home, offering to the god of the threshold whatever you put there. Perhaps a wreath or greenery on the outside, and a special image or saying on the inside, the last thing you see as you leave for the outside world. I have a Christmas wreath on the outside of my door, and on the inside, not on the door but right next to it, I have a trinacria, the symbol of Sicily and part of my genetic heritage. Now, people will tell you that the Trinacria is shaped like this for the triangular shape of the Sicilian island. But I say that as Sicily was invaded 18 times, the Medusa head is to frighten off raiders, and the 3 legs are for running away very fast. So, to mark the beginning of this year, and to keep Janus happy, I will be anointing the doorway with olive oil. Wolf's fat being hard to come by and pig's fat being too thick, and make the sacrifice itself. Father Janus, in offering to you this sacrificial cake, yes, it is an Oreo, I make good prayers that thou be kind and favorable to me, my children, and my house and household. Father Janus, as I besought thee with good prayers in offering the sacrificial cake, Let me honor thee for the same purpose with sacrificial wine. And I end with one more quote from Ovid's collection of writings, the Fasti. A god, a goddess, resides within each of us. When the spirit arouses us, we radiate with an inner glow, an aura. It is this sacred spirit that plants the seeds of all we are and all we do. This sacred spirit is our inspiration. Here endeth the ancient Roman custom for today. May blessings of peace and good health be on all here, and we return to Reverend Selena.
Thank you, Nancy. And there are just so many powerful ways of connecting with the new calendar year. And thanks for sharing with us some of those traditions from old Rome. Another tradition connected with the new calendar year and New Year at different traditions is that of looking for guidance and insight, divination. And one way to do divination is to have a deck of oracle cards. And there's so many available these days. It's really fabulous. And of course, these can work with other kinds of cards, such as tarot cards. But I'd like to share with you some approaches for doing New Year magic. Not only at this full moon nighttime, but in this transition period as we begin this new calendar year, for getting insights and guidance for ourselves in the year to come. There are a variety of different types of spreads and ways of working with oracle cards. A simple way is to work with a 3-card spread, past, present, future. Another favorite way of looking ahead to the year that's begun is what I call the circle of months. 12 cards put in a circle, each one representing a month of the year, beginning with January. I like to not only do the 12, but I do a 13th card right in the center of the circle when I lay them out to summarize the year as a whole. And as each card goes and takes its place and I turn them over one at a time, I let that card in my process bring guidance for that particular month, and then the 13th card for the year as a whole. A 4-card spread would be guidance for the day, guidance for the week, guidance for the month, and guidance for the year. Another way of getting insight is to do what I call the Pentacle spread. A card for Earth to give info, insight about physical dimensions in your life. An Air card for intellectual and cognitive dimensions of life. A card representing fire and behaviors and actions. A card representing water, emotions and relationships. A card representing spirit, giving insight on our spiritual life. what I'd like to do now is guide a short one card, sort of, oracle spread. And if you happen to have cards with you, I invite you to hold them and then focus your attention on guidance for the new year as you shuffle them. And in fact, I have a very simple chant for that as we shuffle our cards. And then when you get a sense that the right card is on top, stop shuffling and then take a look. And the chant is very simple and focuses the intention with your attention. Guidance for the new year come. 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 And as you bring completion to getting that guidance for the new year and turn over your card, take a note what has come forth for you. Reflect on it. And in the times to come, bring your mind back to this card as something that can hold some insight for you. If you have a journal, make a note of the card and make a note of some of the impressions that have come to you. And you can return to your reflection at a later time as well. But there's one more part to this one card, sorta, oracle, divination for the new year. Turn your deck over and look at the card at the bottom of the deck. This is what I call the shadow card. A card that will give you some guidance about some other dimension to pay attention to in the coming year. So we have the card that we focused on for the guidance for the new year, and then we have the card for that, which might not be so expected. I'm hoping that this oracle method will be something to enrich your year to come. So be it. We give thanks to the oracle that we've worked with or will be working with. And now I invite Judith to share a song.
Thank you for that information about the oracles. I've pulled my cards and I look forward to pulling out the book and reading what's in store for me for this coming year. This is a song by Abby Spinner McBride. Behold, there is magic all around us. Behold, there is magic all around us. Behold, there is magic all around us. Awaken, rejoice, and sing. I am the earth all around you. I am the heartbeat within you. I am the ground below you. I am all that I am. Behold, there is magic all around us. Behold, there is magic all around us. Behold, there is magic all around us. Awaken, rejoice, and sing. I am the air all around you. I am the breath of life within you. I am the wind blowing through you. I am all that I am. Behold, there is magic all around us. Behold, there is magic all around us. Behold, there is magic all around us. Awaken, rejoice, and sing. I am the fire around you. I am the spark of life within you. I am the flame burning through you. I am all that I am. Behold, there is magic all around us. Behold, there is magic all around us. Behold, there is magic all around us. Awaken, rejoice, and sing. I am the water all around you. I am the pulse of life within you. I am the ocean flowing through you. I am all that I am. Behold, there is magic all around us. Behold, there is magic all around us. Behold, there is magic all around us. Awaken, rejoice, and sing. I am spirit all around you. I am divinity within you. I am the light shining through you. I am all that I am. Behold, there is magic all around us. Behold, there is magic all around us. Behold, there is magic all around us. Awaken, rejoice, and sing. Awaken, rejoice, and sing. Awaken, rejoice, and sing. Steve will now give us a sonic meditation.
Greetings all. I'll be guiding you through some New Year's blessings, traditional Irish New Year's blessings. So I invite you to bring your attention to the drone that you hear as it changes. And in between each of these blessings and greetings, reflect on the past blessing that you heard. May the blessings of each day bring you closer to your dreams in the coming year. May the road rise to meet you. May the year ahead be full of joy and success. May you have walls for the wind, a roof for the rain, and laughter to brighten your days. May peace and plenty bless your world with contentment this year. May the new year bring you health and happiness in abundance. May heart be light, and your troubles few as the new year begins. May love and kindness guide you through the coming year. May your cup overflow with joy. May your heart always be full of gratitude. And may every step take you in the direction of happiness. May laughter be your guide and kindness light your way. May good fortune smile upon you and your loved ones this year. Wishing you a year of health, happiness, and endless vitality. Here's to a year of healing, growth, and inner peace. May you find balance in every aspect of your life this new year. And may your light and may your heart be light, and your troubles few as our new year unfolds. Blessed be. And now on to Dia.
Thank you, Steve, for that sonic meditation on the new year ahead. I'm going to share with you the witch's runes. The witch's runes are typically made out of, these are just little half-inch cross discs, and I've taken a paint marker and I've simply put different symbols on them. You can see this one is the symbol for money, and this one actually means it's a symbol for healing or the creation of healing. And then there's usually one that's blank that stands for things that have not yet been decided. One of the things I like about these is that you can make them yourselves, and there's no set symbol that you have to use. You can make your own symbols up. I have the flying birds, I like it, the leaves, and you can also decide how they're going to work together. These are the 8 sabbats are represented in my runes, and then I have one for healing, one for money, one for love. Pretty simple and straightforward. That's the other thing that I like about them. You don't have to make mine, you make yours. And that makes the oracle much more powerful than something you can buy off a shelf. You put your energy into it. The other thing I would note about witches' runes is there's normally 13. And as Selena was noting, you can make a circle with your oracle deck or your witches' runes, and then assign them to the 12 months of the year, like that. And then you read them from January around like you would a face of a clock. So I really encourage people to make their own witches' rune and charge them with the full moon energy of the new year and utilize them every day. They're a really simple tool that can be used and created by yourself. So thank you so much for listening, and we'll move on now to Selena and Befana Night.
La Befana. Who is La Befana? She is sometimes known as the New Year crone or the Christmas witch. And her origins are kind of in the mist of time. But throughout Italy, and in some other parts of the world, especially those parts that have a strong Italian influence, every January 5th, going into the evening, is Befana's night, Epiphany Eve. And Epiphany, the 6th of January, which in what's now known as kind of the Western Christian church was said to be the time when the three magi came and visited the Christ child. Well, over time, with different peoples observing the Yuletide, solstice, Christmas, Hogmanay, the whole winter solstice time has been linked in with not only the new solar year, but in the Northern Hemisphere, the new calendar year as well. And La Befana has her roots in actual ancient pagan Rome, as well as Janus or Janus, who we've talked about earlier. Many say that she originated as the New Year's Day goddess, Strenia. And we know that this goes back more than 2,000 years. We have a record of it in 153 before the Common Era of a ritual in which twigs from her grove were carried in procession on New Year's Day. She was honored with all sorts of special offerings, wine, honey, dates, and figs. Well, no surprise that as she transformed into La Befana, same offerings. And La Befana actually has a broom and flies around on Epiphany Eve, delivering gifts to those in the household. Some people in Italy have actually started celebrating La Befana even before the traditional Befana night on January 5th. And that, to me, is further evidence that there is actually a New Year goddess who was generous, who cared for children in particular, and who was full of magic. So on this full moon night of the new year, let us call on Befana, Strenia, in her old form and her present forms, to bring blessings to us now and in the year ahead. New Year power around us. New Year power within us. New Year power inspires us. New Year power transforms us. New Year power around us. New Year power within us. New Year power inspires us. New Year power transforms us. New Year power around us. New Year power within us. New Year power inspires us. New Year power transforms us. So be it. Hail Befana, hail Strenia. And now I invite Maren to release our circle and give thanks to all of us who are creating community together tonight.
Thank you, Selena. As our circle begins to come to a close, we thank the gods and goddesses for their presence and witness of our healings and blessings, of our stories and songs. We invite you to stay or go if you will, as we say, hail and farewell. To the guardians of the watchtowers of the west and the spirits of water, we thank you for your presence and witness to our circle, and we invite you to stay or go if you will, as we say, hail and farewell. To the guardians of the watchtowers of the south and to the spirits of fire, we thank you for your presence and witness to our circle, and then we invite you to stay or go if you will, as we say, hail and farewell. To the guardians of the watchtowers of the east and to the spirits of air, we thank you for your presence and witness to our circle, and we invite you to stay or go if you will, as we say, hail and farewell. To the guardians of the watchtowers of the north and to the spirits of the earth, we thank you for your presence and witness to our circle, and we invite you to stay or go if you will, as we say, hail and farewell. The circle is now opened, but unbroken until we meet again. Now I would like to welcome Judith back for some closing thoughts.
Thank you so much, Maren. And thank you for joining us live tonight or for watching later. Either way, we're delighted that you have found us and hope that you will join us again, either virtually next month or in person at a Circle Sanctuary event sometime in this coming year, which Lala, our newest Full Moon Circle presenter, will tell you about after Steve shares his map showing where you all have been joining in from live tonight. So in parting, thank you again for spending time with us and for all the care and kindness that each and every one of you can spread out into the lives of all of those around you in this new year. Because the world needs all of the light and loving magic that we can possibly give it. And so I send you our warmest wishes for a wonderfully magical new year. Steve?
Hello again. So right now there's 72 of you out there, and this is where you're all coming in from. As soon as Zoom lets me share. Quite a coast-to-coast variety. So blessings, everybody, and thanks for tuning in. Blessed be. And now we're on to Layla with Circle memberships and donations.
Give thanks to all the wonderful Circle Sanctuary volunteers who've been on this broadcast tonight, and for all of you who have joined us live or those who will be viewing us later. Please check out all of the Circle events on the website, circlesanctuary.org. And we'd love to see you in person at Circle for our Imbolc Festival on Saturday, January 31st. Please register on the website, and we hope to see you virtually again on Sunday, February 1st for our Bright Brigade Full Moon Circle. And consider joining our community by becoming a member or supporting us with your donations. We offer a wealth of nature spirituality information on our website, where you can also find weekly Circle podcasts and monthly Green Faith gatherings. And check out our channel and follow us also on Facebook and Instagram. Wishing you all a bright full moon and New Year blessings. Merry meet, merry part, merry meet again. And thank you again for letting me be part of this transmission.